So, this year, for my mom's birthday, my sister Colleen treated the rest of the McGraw family to an excursion to the Vaux Le Vicomte, which is an enormous chateau in the French countryside about an hour southeast of Paris. I had no idea the size or the history of this estate, but let me express that these images do not do justice to the enormity of the structure and the property it is located on. I mean, the grounds and the main building and even the outbuildings are simply massive. It's hard to wrap one's head around the kind of private wealth that could create something this huge, and it's even harder for an American mind like mine to grasp that this place was constructed over 360 years ago. To quote directly from its website, the Veaux Le Vicomte was the creation of three artists brought together by Nicola Fouquet, Louis XIV's superintendent of finances, the gardener André Lenotre, the architect Louis de Vaux, and the painter-decorator Charles Lebrun. Born from the fraternal genius of these three men, the Château de Veaux Le Vicomte is a model whose majesty and balance would inspire the Château de Versailles and the whole of Europe for centuries. Today, the Vogue family is a model of commitment and passion, determined to preserve this historical heritage and share this masterpiece with its visitors. That's all nice, but really, they had me at capes.
Allons-y,
yes,
maintenant.
Capes. I'd like to think that I rock a cape. This might have to be a look that I perpetuate. My daughter Willow definitely should, and will continue to sport this particular fashion statement. I mean, the cutest people. Anyhow, the chateau was seasonally decorated for Christmas, and different rooms had different themes, such as Alice in Wonderland, Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and The Count of Monte Cristo, etc. I'm just making that last one up, but it does sound plausible and appropriate. A little over the top, but the production on the ceiling was pretty cool to see, although it made me regret eating those magic mushrooms. I'm making that up too. The art and the furnishings, particularly the ceiling frescoes, were very impressive, and again, the size of this place. The chateau was built over the course of 3 years and completed in 1661. Its original owner was Nicolas Fouquet, who served as superintendent of finances to Louis XIV. The property was built on displaced French village. The property it was built on displaced 3 French villages and as many as 18,000 people, most of whom were then employed in its construction and maintenance. Fouquet threw lavish parties, the likes of which Moliere himself provided productions of his plays as entertainment. Fouquet claimed to have constructed the chateau to flatter King Louis, but another court member, Jean-Baptiste Colbert, convinced the monarch that the property was financed through misappropriated public funds. Said the place was lavish, didn't I? So Fouquet was arrested and imprisoned for life, and his wife was exiled. Madame Fouquet did manage to get the property back 10 years later, but in 1705, after her husband and son died, she sold the property. It then changed hands a few times before being ostensibly abandoned for nearly 30 years in the late 1800s. Alfred Sommier purchased the property in 1875, and the chateau has stayed in the Sommier family ever since. Public tours on the property commenced in the late 60s, and a major renovation began in the mid-70s. An average of 300,000 guests visit the chateau, located 34 miles southeast of Paris and Maincy each year. A ticket to peruse the house and gardens costs just under 24 euros. The estate is, however, temporarily closed for maintenance. I recommend visiting when the gardens are in bloom, and I would arrange my return trip before embarking, as we found self-service at the chateau to be a bit hit and miss.
Il y a un endroit qui restait dans mon cœur chaque année. Nous allons là-bas, là-bas, des arts, la musique, ils sont magnifiques.